good morning, good day to everybody. And today we will talk about education. And I think that Sanja is the best who will be the one who will try to help us today to go through this educational part. So Sanja, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Robert. I will do my best. So last night I asked my boys, 9 and 10 years old, actually 10 and 11 years old. Gosh, they grow fast. I asked them what they thought I should talk about first when it comes to education. And one of them said, stop bullying and cyberbullying. And the other one said, no homework. And I thought to myself, if our educational systems weren't as competitive, and if kids collaborated and worked together in schools and worked as teams more, there would be no cyberbullying or bullying. So second, when I think of my other son saying no homework, it makes me think of so many schools that adopt zero homework policy. And it makes me think of unpredictability of homework that my boys bring home. And on some days, the same boy has 20 minutes of homework, and on some other days, he has 2 hours of homework. And I'm thinking, how on earth can we plan for sports activities, extracurricular activities, playing instruments, family time with such an unpredictability? I've seen, in my experience working as an educator, especially as an instructional coach, I've seen master teachers come to class seeming as if they're unprepared. So it's the first lesson, okay? First class of the first lesson. And there's nothing open on their desks. They've put nothing on their students' desks. And there's a blank whiteboard with nothing on it behind them. And then they start. They start with a single, simple question. That's a provocation, a hook, no matter how we call it. And then they start asking more questions, which spark more questions, now coming from other students.
My first business partner was the first CEO of a German DAX 100 company who never finished his studies. It was a big issue in Germany, and he doesn't have a PhD. Oops. Yeah, but you know what? He changed the entire company with 220,000 people because we learned so much by getting our first businesses off the ground, which is highly relevant. And so you see now that big companies like the Googles and the Teslas of the world, even the Mercedes of the world and the Audis or Volkswagen, they're looking for people who can think what we call outside of the box. And why do they call it outside of the box? Oops, because during school we kept them all in the box. So you are correctly saying that the limiting factor is the requirements from the state. But you know what?
Who cares about the state?
Yeah, WhatsApp doesn't care. WhatsApp doesn't care about the state. Many things don't care about the state, and they influence the entire planet at light speed. Yeah, so it's an expired scenario. The content string should not be determined by the state.
I believe the future will be, and it will happen very fast, that people don't want to go to college anymore. Final thoughts, I would say just focusing on learning how to learn as soon as you can in your life can make a big difference. And if we just focus on that, I don't think there is one clear solution, one platform, educational platform, or one way to do it. I just think if we just focus on the best way to teach other children or adults how to learn, it will change their life.
As finishing thoughts, I'm going back to questions-driven teaching and learning, as I believe that asking the right questions in the right time is the strategy that can spark curiosity and make magic and bring imagination to surface with kids. And that is what we need. While they are answering those questions, I think that they should collaborate among themselves and be the protagonists in a classroom or whatever we have, if it's not a box. And the teacher is not the main protagonist. The teacher is the observer, the facilitator, the moderator, the model, the coach. And I would like to end there. Thank you so much.
Well, for me, last, I will just say that I agree with most of the thoughts which you have said, that we have to adapt, we have to change, we have to talk about those changes, how and which way. And I'm glad that we also, in some topics, we agree that we don't agree, but that's good that we have to have the possibility of talking about it. And it was a great pleasure to have our monthly lit session, and I schedule the same thing for next month at the same time. The same speakers, different topic, lively again, disagreeing, just to come to some common solutions which will be acceptable to everybody. Thank you to the viewers and those who will join us maybe in the post viewing. Write us, make a comment below, and we can try to share everything on the next lit session. Thank you very much. I hope it was good for you. You liked it very much. Thank you. You're most welcome, our guest. You can come back to our how do you say show next time again, because we love you, because you like everything which we do. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.